going? Funko J here, and now this is a very mysterious intro, I know, but today we're going to be glittering a pop vinyl. So how to glitter a pop vinyl. So as you can see here, I have the adorable little Tinkerbell, and as you can see, she's in two parts at the moment, which is quite strange. But it just helps a bit when it comes to the actual glittering. It helps with like not cross-contaminating the glitters and all sorts. So anywho, yeah, let's get into it, everyone. So everyone, what you're going to need for this project is obviously just a pop vinyl that you want to have a go at glittering. So I chose Tink here because she's quite a basic kind of pop. She only has a couple of colors on her. If you want to challenge yourself a bit, you can choose pops like Harley Quinn, who have quite a few different colors, but I just chose Tink here because she was simple. So what we're going to do is just, you don't really have to do this step, but we did it just to make it a little bit easier. What we did, we got Tink here, and let's just say that she's in two parts like that, and we got her and we dunked her in hot water until her head came off, and that just, it helps a bit when it comes to, like I said before in the intro, cross-contaminating with the glitters, because you don't really want to get like yellow on the green and that, because it just makes it look patchy and weird. So you don't have to do this step, but I just did it to make it easier. Obviously you're going to need some glitters. So I have here three really nice colors that go with Tink very well. So I have the yellow, obviously, for her hair. I have the green here for her little dress and her shoes. And then we have the brown. Now you might wonder why we have a brown. That's for her little wand there. So you're going to need two paintbrushes, well, preferably two paintbrushes. One very small, very fine one, especially for a pop like this because of like how small it is. And then a wider one for gluing bigger parts of the pop. So then you're going to need some good old Mod Podge. So Mod Podge is basically, it's a little bit like just PVA glue. We use it just because it's easy to use and all of that. So as you can see, it's in a squeegee bottle, which isn't the best. So we just have this little container here for it that we're gonna just plop some in to make it easier. So yeah, everyone, that's all you need for this project. So let's begin.
One eternity later.
And we now have our trusty Mod Podge here, and just this little clear container that we got just from the dollar store, really. We also got this Mod Podge just at your local arts and crafts store. Here we call it Spotlight, and that's also the same location where we got the brushes and the glitter from. So now let's pour just a little bit of this Mod Podge into its container. So you're only going to need just a little bit, just about that much maybe. Just a little daub, not too much. So it's just enough really to cover it, because you only need a thin layer of it to cover the whole area. So now let's get our Mod Podge out of the way. Just maybe plop it over here. So first off, I'm going to start by doing her little wand, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my very fine little brush here, and I'm going to just slightly, actually hang on, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get some water, and I'm going to wet the brush just a little bit first. So I'm just going to dab it into the water so it's not completely dry. So now that it's wet here, we're ready to stick it into the glue. So you're just gonna dab it on into the glue, because you only need a little bit. Then you're gonna wipe the edges. Make sure that you always wipe the edges. Then you're gonna get little Tink here, and you're just gonna slightly, just very lightly, very gently go over her wand with Mod Podge. So one of the key things in a project like this is to take your time. So I am just slowly but surely covering that whole wand. Alright, let me just quickly get down near our hands there. Alright. So now that that wand is covered in Mod Podge, I'm just going to get the brown glitter, the brown fine glitter that we just got from the hardware store, like I told you before. The hardware store, the arts and crafts store. And I'm just going to pop the lid off that. So because this is such a small little stick, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to simply poke it in, sort of swish it around a little bit and then bring it back out. So there we go, there's Tink's wand all finished. Now what we do, just grab the bigger brush here and sort of just tap it in. Use your fingers if you want to as well, just to sort of pack the glitter in. You can go back for a bit more if you need to. Just dab it off. So like this. Then any parts that you've missed, I can see a small part there on the back that I just missed. So you just go back with your Mod Podge and your little brush and you just slowly just go over it again. Any spots that you think you've missed. Yeah, just slowly but surely. And then just dip it on, just dip it back in. There we go. Alrighty. So there's Tink's wand done. So with this, you need to learn the fine art of being patient, which I'm not exactly good at, but I've tried to learn it and I've done okay-ish. Oh, no, oops, don't. That's a good thing that you need to remember, don't drop the pop. So just stick your lid back on the glue there. So you need to just let it sit now and you just need to wait for it to dry. So in the meantime, while this little wand here is drying, I'm going to do little Tink's hair here. So this is going to be a challenge and a half. So let's do it. So everybody, now that I've sat Tink's little body off to the side, I'm going to start working on her head. So for this, you're just going to take the same brush that you have, and what you're also going to do, you're going to get a paper plate or a plastic plate, whichever one you have. And so this is to catch all the glitter once you're sprinkling it on. Because of the wand, I didn't need a paper plate for that because I was only dipping it into just the container like that. And then you tap it over the container and it just fell back in. So because I can't exactly dip Tink's whole head into that tiny little container, I have a plate to catch it. So then at the end, once you've caught all of it, you can just tip it back in and then that's not a waste of glitter. So for this, because it's a bigger space, I'm going to take my wider brush and I'm also going to quickly wash my little one. Just quickly in the water. Yada yada yada, there we go. And then I'm just going to dry it off with a bit of paper towel that is just sitting out of frame. So, like I said before, because it's a wider space, I'm going to bring in my big brush. I'm going to dip it just slightly in the water and then brush it off at the side so it's not completely soaked. Maybe over there a little bit as well. And then I'm going to dip my brush into the glue like so. So you just get it down like that and then wipe it off at the sides so there's not really like a sort of teardrop thing happening. So just like that. Right, just like that. Then you got to be really careful just around these little areas of her head. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the top part here because that's the biggest part. So let's start just right here and we're going to bring it across nice and smooth, nice and easy, just like that. So just try to keep going across and across again and across back, just to get it smooth, because you don't want to put your finger in the glue for a start. And you don't want it to do this thing called pulling, and you don't want it to look patchy. So pulling, so you just go back and get more glue when you need it. So pulling is this very bad thing that happens sometimes when you're gluing. It's where the glue all sort of like mushes together and it doesn't look smooth, and then when you put the glitter on, it all bunches to that spot. So around here now, I'm going to just very slightly with the side of my brush, just go in and then come across, just to cover the whole area. So, now that we've done that, let's get some glitter on it. Okay, so, just gonna plop her down there. I come forward on my seat so I don't fall off. And then I'm gonna take this fine, bright yellow glitter, and I'm going to open this bad boy up. And I'm gonna go to the ones that had the little holes in them like that. Then, I'm going to grab the pop, just going to ever so slightly just tap, tippity tap on the glitter, just like this, just going back and forth on the area. And don't worry with this, don't try to get it absolutely spot on the first time. If you do, fantastic, good on you. But like if you miss spots, like I definitely have, you just go back and touch them up with the glue. Nothing bad. Alright. So see how the paper plate is just catching the glitter and it's not going all over the table and all over me? Because you gotta hate it when glitter gets all over you. Oh, it's annoying trying to get it off. Okay. So now that you've put glitter over Tink, you're gonna be reunited with your little brush. And you're just gonna go over the parts of her that don't need to have the glitter on them. Her eyes and her face. You don't really need to go into too much detail with that. You just need to sort of just flick it away. And if you do accidentally cross-contaminate some of the glitters, like I have many times before, that's okay. You just wait for it to dry and then you can get your paintbrush and flick it on off. So the way that I get off like this excess glitter here is I just turn away and I blow on it. So I'm just going to quickly do that now. There we go. So you don't want to blow directly onto here like that, because as you just probably seen and probably heard, the glitter just went shh everywhere, and you don't want that to happen, believe you me. So now that you've seen like how to put on the glitter, I'm going to stop talking and we're going to speed this up just to make this video a little bit easier. So you just continue to do this by just getting glue, putting it on, then sprinkling the glitter on top, and then touching things up. So you just continue to do that until it's completely done. So let's do that now. So we are now done with Tinkerbell's yellow hair here. I can see that there are just a couple of spots that I still need just to fix up a little bit, but that's okay. You can always come back to them once they're dry. So speaking of dry, I'm going to go put her off to the side here. So I'll just quickly do that now. Easy tea.
So everybody, that's the end of my quick tutorial on how to glitter a pop vinyl. I really hope that everybody enjoyed it. Everyone, if you have attempted this tutorial, leave how you went in the comment section below because I'd love to hear about it. Everyone, before you leave, please don't forget to hit my subscribe button just here. All of your support is so greatly appreciated, and some of my other videos, they're right up there if you want to go watch them. Please make sure you do. And this is Funko J and a very sparkly fairy out. See you guys.